missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, the first time out, they had the interception. That stopped their drive 3 points the other way, so now they work from behind.
They do, but he's got to walk out on the field like he's working from ahead. All right, he's got to walk out like, hey, I just threw a touchdown pass, because all eyes on his team are on him. They gain their confidence from the way he reacts, his demeanor, and how he plays. He's got to show that he has confidence in himself.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Let's go. 60 yards.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Dancing to his left. His throw incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Lawrence. Able to find Isabella. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
From midfield now, Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
From the 45 on second down, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Now Lawrence on first down. And he'll just get rid of it.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Lawrence will throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Lawrence. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be fourth down. Patterson's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. These two teams, division rivals, of course. And you remember back to Week 18 last year, although Colts fans don't want to remember back to Week 18 last year. The Colts needed a win. And the Jags, they were kind of looking ahead to 2022. But the 2-win Jags came up with one of the shockers of the season. They stunned the Colts 26-11 in Jacksonville. And that loss ultimately kept Indianapolis home for the playoffs. To throw on second down. Brown, throw left side complete. That's Allen. And he is going to lose yardage here. 3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Off play action. Brown. Able to find his man, Woods. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jelani Woods, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts have moved out in front. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Now ETN to start the drive. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Kwity Paye. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Only 4 sacks for Kwity Paye as a rookie, but Indianapolis knew he'd need some time to adjust to the league. In his 2nd season, they believe he's capable of double-digit sacks.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lawrence. Now he lets it go deep for into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
You better be afraid of me. 44's the mic. 44's mic. Check. Bound to lose one.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Mike's Popo. You got nothing.
Back to throw. Brown. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here's Brown. Off the play fake. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Here we go. 60 Bison. Popo's the mic. Mike's Popo. Stop your diet.
Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now Lawrence. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Here's Jackson to return. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit for him.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On third down, here's Taylor. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Off the play fake. Brown. This pass caught. It's Woods. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor as the first half is winding down. And the Colts will extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. And the Colts are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Brown. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
They run once more with Taylor. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground, Etienne. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Buying time to his left. Throw left side complete to Ingram. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 41. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Again, it's Taylor. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down.
And Mark, 2021 is the season Jonathan Taylor arrived as one of the best backs in the NFL. He became the first Colt to ever win the running back triple crown, leading the league in carries, yards, and touchdowns. He didn't stop there, also leading in first downs, runs of 20-plus yards, and he had the longest run of the NFL season. Simply put, Taylor was the league's best at what he does by almost every possible metric.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Here we go. 60 vices.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
He's got a man, complete. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That goes for a gain of 31. Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll go with the keeper, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. It's their quarterback, scoring on the sneak from a yard out, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. McLaughlin for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. To throw again on second down. Lawrence. And one more time, here's Kirk. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 29-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. But to throw again is Lawrence. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A very solid gain of 27.
When they're ready. 58.
They'll run for it here with McAllister. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And it's not over yet as they're back within 2 scores. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Operating from the gun, Brown. That ball caught by Campbell. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able.
Got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, 75 yards. And the Jaguars are able to cut into that deficit. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. The Colts on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Off play action. Brown. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And And the Jaguars are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out?
And my goodness, another interception. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
So a fourth quarter pick six here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick six, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
A give to Etienne running right.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Travis Etienne, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
70 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looking to throw. Brown. He's got Allen.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Paris Campbell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand. He's like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here's Lawrence.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars.